In the world of modern celebrity, few stars have exploded with the force and unfiltered honesty of Cardi B. She's a Grammy-winning icon, a front-row fixture at Fashion Week, and a chart-demolishing force who has graced the cover of Vogue. Her name is synonymous with multi-platinum hits and record-breaking streaming numbers. We all see the sold-out arenas, the stunning couture gowns, and the diamond-certified plaques lining her walls. But that's not where her story begins. Not even close. Before the glamour, her story starts on the tough, unforgiving streets of the Highbridge neighborhood in the South Bronx. It begins in a world of poverty, of fighting to survive, and of trying to make your voice heard in a city that often isn't listening. So, how did a self-described regular, degular, schmegular girl from the Bronx become one of the biggest and most influential superstars on the planet? This is the unbelievable, unfiltered story of how Belcalis Almánzar became Cardi B. Belcalis Almánzar was born on the 11th of October 1992 in Washington Heights, Manhattan, but was raised in the Bronx. Her heritage is a rich Caribbean mix, with a Dominican father and a Trinidadian mother, which she credits for her thick, unmistakable accent. Growing up in the Highbridge neighborhood, life was a constant struggle. Her family wasn't wealthy. Her father worked as a cab driver and her mother as a cashier, and they did what they could to make ends meet. Poverty was an ever-present reality, shaping her world and lighting a fire in her to get something more. The Bronx itself was a character in her story, loud, vibrant, and at times dangerous. She'd later say that while her parents raised her with strict values, the world outside her front door was a different kind of teacher. That education was harsh. As a teenager, she joined the Bloods gang at 16, a decision she has since said she wouldn't encourage but admits was a reflection of the world she was in. It was a life of survival, of learning to be tough because being vulnerable was a risk you couldn't afford. She attended Renaissance High School for Musical Theater and Technology, a place where her natural charisma might have found a stage, but the pull of the streets and the urgent need to make money were stronger. Her late teens were a desperate time. After being kicked out of her mother's home, she found herself living with an abusive boyfriend. She took a job at an Amish market in Manhattan, but the pay was barely enough to survive on. Then, at 19, after getting fired, her manager gave her a piece of advice that would change her life forever. He told her to try dancing at the strip club across the street. For many, this might seem like hitting rock bottom, but for Belcalis, it was a lifeline. It was the solution to an impossible problem. She has been unflinchingly honest about this period, admitting in a 2019 Instagram Live that she sometimes drugged and robbed men, defending it as something she did to survive. Stripping offered an escape from both poverty and the abusive relationship she was in. It gave her financial independence for the first time, allowing her to get her own place and even go back to school for a while at the Borough of Manhattan Community College. Stripping wasn't the end of her story. It was the beginning of her taking control of it. It was the first time Belcalis Almánzar started building the armor she'd need to become Cardi B. With the world watching, Cardi released her debut album, Invasion of Privacy, in April 2018. It was a monster success, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200. The album was a masterclass in versatility, from trap anthems like Drip to the Latin-infused Smash I Like It, which became her second #1 hit. It proved she was here to stay. In a historic first, every single track on the album was eventually certified platinum or higher. The awards poured in. At the 2019 Grammys, Invasion of Privacy won Best Rap Album, making Cardi B the first solo female artist to ever win the award. It was a moment that cemented her place at the top of the music industry. The hits kept on coming. Her feature on Maroon 5's Girls Like You earned a third, #1. And in 2020, her explosive collaboration with Megan Thee Stallion, WAP, debuted at #1 with a record-breaking 93 million streams in its first week. Her 2021 single Up became her 5th chart topper, making her the female rapper with the most #1 singles in Hot 100 history. Her influence spread far beyond music. She made her film debut in the acclaimed 2019 movie Hustlers alongside Jennifer Lopez, became a darling of the fashion world, and landed massive endorsement deals with brands like Pepsi and Reebok. She wasn't just a rapper anymore, she was a businesswoman and a cultural force. By 2026, estimates placed her net worth around $100 million. Of course, that level of fame brought turbulence. Her outspoken nature led to a highly publicized feud with Nicki Minaj. She also faced legal troubles, including a 2018 strip club assault case that ended with her accepting a plea deal for community service. Her personal life became a constant headline. She began dating Offset of the rap trio Migos in 2017, and they secretly married that September. Their relationship was a public roller coaster of lavish gifts, cheating rumors, and breakups. They have 3 children together: a daughter, Culture, born in 2018, a son, Wave, born in 2021, and another daughter, Blossom, born in 2024. After multiple attempts at reconciliation, Cardi filed for divorce again in 2024, a process that is still ongoing. Through it all, she's remained defiantly herself, sharing her heartaches with the same raw honesty that made her famous in the first place. From the projects of the Bronx to the pinnacle of global stardom, Cardi B's story is more than just a rags to riches tale. It's a story about the power of being yourself in an industry that demands perfection. Belcalis Almánzar built an empire, not by changing who she was, but by owning every single part of her story, the mistakes, the struggles, and the wins. She turned her unfiltered personality into her greatest superpower. She proved that a social media star could become a Grammy-winning artist, a reality TV personality could become a global icon, and that a woman from the Bronx could build a dynasty on her own terms. Her journey created a new blueprint for superstardom, one built on resilience, unapologetic confidence, and the radical idea that the most powerful thing you can be is yourself. If you were inspired by Cardi B's incredible journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more stories about the world's biggest icons. And let us know in the comments below what part of Cardi's story resonates with you the most. Thanks for watching. While dancing paid the bills, it was a different stage that would give her a voice: the internet. Around 2013, Belcalis began posting raw, hilarious, and completely unfiltered videos on Vine and Instagram. There was no publicist, no script, and definitely no filter. She talked about everything from men and money to her past struggles, all with a comedic timing and outrageous honesty that was impossible to ignore. Before she ever signed a record deal, Cardi B had built a massive and devoted fan base that felt like they knew her. That growing fame led her, in 2015, to the cast of the VH1 reality show Love and Hip Hop New York. From the moment she hit the screen, she was the show's undeniable breakout star. While the series followed her turbulent relationship and early music ambitions, it was her explosive personality and iconic one-liners that captivated audiences. The show took her from an internet sensation to a mainstream TV personality, proving her star power was the real deal. But reality TV was just a stepping stone. Music was always the goal. In late 2016, she announced she was leaving Love and Hip Hop after 2 seasons to pour all her energy and savings into her rap career. It was a huge gamble. She'd already released 2 mixtapes, Gangsta Bitch Music, Volume 12016, and Volume 22017, which had created some buzz but were a long way from commercial hits. Then, in June 2017, the gamble paid off in a way no one saw coming. She released her major label debut single, Bodak Yellow. With its swaggering beat and unapologetic lyrics about making money moves, the song was an instant anthem. It was the culmination of everything she'd been through: the grit of the Bronx, the hustle of the club, and the confidence she'd built online. The song began a relentless climb up the charts, and in September 2017, Bodak Yellow hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, knocking off Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do. The achievement was historic. Cardi B became the first female rapper to top the chart with a solo song since Lauryn Hill in 1998. Bodak Yellow would go on to be certified diamond by the RIAA, making her the first female rapper in history to achieve that with a solo track. The girl from the Bronx had officially arrived,